Hello there. How are you people? I always look forward to Mondays to go live and just kind of share what's on my mind, what's on my heart, what I'm thinking about. So thank you. I'm getting myself adjusted. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always fun. And so if you are watching this as a replay, please add hashtag replay so I know where you are coming from. So I'm Jillian Leslie. I'm streaming this to my Facebook group, which is the Become a Blogger Genius Facebook group. If you have not joined it because you're watching this someplace else, please join it. I'm also streaming it to my YouTube channel, and I am streaming it to my Milo Tree Facebook page as well. I think my pharmacy is calling me right now, so we'll just kind of ignore that. Anyway, I'm founder with my husband of Catch My Party, which we started in 2009 and have grown into the largest party idea site on the web. You can go check that out. And we also created the Milo Tree pop-up app, which is a pop-up that grows your social media followers on Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook and YouTube, and it grows your email list. We are busy working on a new payment platform for memberships, and I'm going to be talking about that very soon in the next couple of weeks. We're really excited about that. But today, I wanted to talk about two things. One, my most recent podcast episode that did seem to strike a chord with people, where I shared my story of being a mom and building a business. And really the word that I continue to use is it is messy. If you've listened to the episode, just put a comment in the comment box, because I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. Or if you're, how about this? If you're a parent, please put a comment in the comment box and tell me what your biggest struggles are building a business and, raising kids and having a family. What I said in the podcast episode is that I did not understand this idea of holding two completely opposite thoughts at the exact same time. I didn't understand that contrast, that I could, love my child so much, like where it hurts, and at the same time want to throw her out the window. Like, that is so bizarre to me. Or all I want to do is work on my business, and all I want to do is be a mother and be with my child. It's this idea of like conflict. I feel like when you become a parent, that's really something that you think you understand until you're really in it. And it's just so enormous, the enormity of that. So if that speaks to you, please let me know. And the thing too that I find, and I have found this, so my daughter is now 14, and on Friday she is graduating from middle school, which to me is like, is that there are seasons that we go through as our kids get older. And when they are babies, you do not have as much time to work on your business as you might hope. But does that mean you should not work on your business or start your online business? You definitely should. And the other thing I want to talk about is what you want to do is use your time really effectively, because you don't have a lot of it, especially in the beginning. As your kids get older and the seasons change, you will have more time. I say this in the podcast episode. I remember when my daughter was really little and she was in preschool, and she had her best friend, Flora. And I really liked Flora's mom. So Flora's mom and I would always try and get the girls together, but we would never be able to talk to each other, because Flora's mom and I would be wearing fairy wings and dancing around with my daughter and Flora, because that was the only way to keep our kids occupied. And we would then get in like the tiniest bit of like personal connection. And that was so hard. And I remember thinking, oh my God, am I going to be going to play dates forever? And the truth is, You don't. I didn't believe it, but it is true. You do not. And eventually your kids do grow up. So it's like all of these tensions that you feel. However, what I do recommend is you set up your blog at the beginning for success. And you go, well, how do I do that? Well, what you do, there are a couple things. One, you really figure out what your niche is. And it might take some time to discover that, but really the more clarity you can have about your niche, the better, because you will get to grow an audience faster. You will understand more what their problems are. And your job, again, is to solve problems for your audience. If you have a variety of topics you're writing about, it's really hard to serve one audience. And you want to be able to serve one audience because it's a lot easier to serve one than to serve 5. That's the first thing. The second thing is, how can you monetize this? Even if you're not monetizing at the beginning, how can you be thinking about monetizing your business from the beginning? What could you, ready for it, sell to your audience? What solutions can you come up with that you can ultimately monetize? So the thing I want to share with you, I've got a little banner, is I have a course that I'm selling right now that will help you build that foundation that you need. In fact, one person's feedback was, I wish I had taken this course earlier because it would have saved me so much time. And this is what I want to do. I want to save you time. I want to save you money. And I want to save you mental anguish. I want to lay it out for you to go, here is how to think about building your business so you don't have to spend a couple years before you get how all the pieces fit together. So I recommend you really, you purchase my course because it will get you further. And I am offering it right now for a special price just until Friday for $169. And as a bonus, throughout the course, you write an optimized blog post as I go through each bite-sized session. And at the end of it, here is my bonus to you. I will review your blog post and give you personalized feedback on it. And by the way, like my coaching, I charge $350 an hour. So it is totally worth it to purchase the course this week, like today, because there is so much value. So I wanted to share what somebody just reached out to me and said about it. She said, this would have to be the first online course I've fully completed that I didn't want to end. When I heard this, I almost cried. But really, I want this to be so valuable for you. And of course, I offer a complete money back guarantee because I want to help you. I want you to know that I am in your corner. I want you to be able to accelerate so that when your child no longer needs you at the play date, you know exactly what to do to grow your business, to make money. I say, keep money as your North Star. Start to figure out very early how to monetize. And that could be affiliate links. That could be some sort of printable. That could be some sort of coaching, some sort of membership, something that isn't just page views. It could be working with brands, but start to put one monetization bucket in place and then build off of that. So a lot of times new bloggers go, well, what I need to do is I need to grow my Instagram followers. So I'm going to be on Instagram growing that while I think about all these other things. And I say, no, you do not need to grow your Instagram followers unless Instagram is directly growing your business, which means growing money for you. Let that be your North Star. Yeah, sure. Be on Instagram and meet people and see, and create content about whatever it is your niche is. But but when I say build a foundation, I am saying monetizing in small ways to see where you can get traction. Because remember, you want to do a lot of testing because most of them are going to fail. It's the reality, and it sucks. Like, I'm just testing some stuff right now with Catch My Party, trying to get that connection, offer something that my audience wants. So for example, okay, my WordPress course. Here is another comment I'm going to share. Sarah Britton said, this course is fantastic. This will save people literally countless hours. There you go. I got the connection. Notice, like, I put something out there. I did it with B- work, which is what I always teach. Remember, B- work is doable. B- work continues to, like, gets you to build and build quickly. B- work is the work where I say, I'm putting this out there and I don't really know if all of the T's, all the I's are dotted, and that I've crossed all the T's, but I'm going to see if there's something there. And I put this out, and guess what? I've been getting, it's just started to rain. I've been getting the feedback of saying, no, this is really valuable. Dig in, which is why I want to offer this right now so that you can start to do the exact same thing. So your job is to put out lots of different experiments, and most of them will fail, and it feels horrible, but you will learn and you will continue to work it so that you can make that connection. So for example, let's say you decide, you know what, I really want to work with brands, and these are the top 5 brands I want to work with. No, these are top 10. I'm going to say 10 brands. I promise you, like 5 of them are never going to even email you back or respond to your DM on Instagram, but there will be that one brand that does respond back. And that's it. So it's like, you've got to cast this wide net and you have limited time. So make sure you are spending that time wisely. That really is my biggest takeaway. And know that you're going to be working in the cracks and it's going to be a mess. I remember before I had my daughter, and my desk would always be incredibly clean. And then I had her and my desk became a mess. And it's 14 years in, and I would say my desk is not a mess, but it is I've never gotten back to how organized my desk was from before I had her. It's like, you are going to be working in the cracks. It is going to be messy. You are going to be putting your child in front of the iPad so you can finish that blog post or finish that email. And that's just how it is. And you're going to be a good enough parent so that you don't hold yourself to this standard that you can't meet. And the thing that I want to share is, having my business has made me a better mother, because I say this in my podcast. Oh, by the way, let me share my podcast episode with you guys if you missed it. I think this one was really good because I really tried to lay it out there and be really honest. Let's see if I can share this in a comment. Let's do that. Okay, see if that works. I'm going to check on Facebook to see if this came through. Okay, let me see. But here's the thing. I share this. I was not a park mom. I hated going to the park. That just wasn't my vibe. Okay, let's see. Here is my course. Here's my episode. And here is my course to check out. Can you hear? Okay, and here is this. Okay. Let me turn myself off here. Anyway, what I want to share though is I hated the park. And it was really weird because there were lots of moms who loved it and they brought the best snacks, and it just wasn't my thing. So you know what I did? I paid a babysitter to take my daughter to the park so I could get some work done. And then when they came home, I would hear everything that went on at the park. And again, because I could come to my daughter fresh, having worked on something that was my own, I felt like I was a better mother. And I don't know if you've had that experience. If you have, please share that. And so there were parts of motherhood that it wasn't my bag. But there were other parts of motherhood that I am so naturally built for this job. And I think being honest with myself and with those around me about what my strengths are and what my weaknesses are, and really owning it and trying hard not to judge myself so harshly, I think has been really good for my mental health. Like I am a natural mother. It is the most meaningful thing I've ever done. It is the job that I take the most seriously, that I have the most passion for, but it doesn't mean I don't have passion for this, for my businesses, for helping other bloggers find their place and be able to build the lives that they want. Like there's also nothing better for me than that. So having both of these two things, I think, has led to my satisfaction and my happiness. And when one isn't going well, I still have the other one to nourish me. But my business does nourish me, and it challenges me, and it makes me feel alive. And when my daughter was first born, or my daughter was first in preschool, and all of a sudden I became like Jill, I wasn't even Jill, I was Lainey's mom. And that was really weird for me to just have like lost all of my identity. So my identity is actually really important to me. And having something that is separate from her, or she can see that I do this and she's really proud of me, I think there's something super important for me to model this for her. My world does not revolve around her. But I mean, I spend a tremendous amount of effort taking care of her, but I also have my own life. And I think that's really important for her to see and to experience. So like, let me know if that resonates with you as a mother, and where, by the way, notice how dark it's gotten because it's raining. Think about what nourishes you. And if you want another income to put food on your table, then really think hard about ways you can make money from your business, not just that this is some hobby and eventually it will magically pay off. It's really about being intentional. And this is where my course comes in, because what I'm going to say to you in this course is, what is the goal? What is the goal for this blog post? How is this, every piece of content that you create, whether it be on Instagram or Facebook or on your blog or your YouTube channel, needs to have a meta goal attached to it. Not just that you create content, but I'm having things streaming at me, but that each piece is building your business. So that's really what we talk about in this course. And so again, here's how to get to the course is milotree.com/WordPress. You can read about it. You can reach out to me with any questions or message me about it. Again, though, and we get into WordPress, because what I realized is we would be setting up people's WordPress blogs, and then they'd get to that. We'd be like, okay, here you go. Here's the login. Go, Godspeed. Go make some content. And they'd look at us, or they'd email me and be like, okay, what do I do now? And I just assumed, everybody knew how to use WordPress, and then recognized that's not true. And know this, you are not alone if you find WordPress kind of inscrutable and complicated and like there are too many dashboards and menus. So in this course, I show you what you need to care about and what you don't, because a lot of it is redundant and a lot of it is stuff you will never use. So how do you know what to pay attention to and what not? And I will show you that. We'll go through all the dashboards, and I go through how to use the Gutenberg editor. So what I like about this course, and when I set out to do this is really how I thought about it. I wanted to get the big picture. This is what it really looks like to grow an online business. Notice I didn't say blog, because your blog is one aspect of your online business. But this is how to think about creating content. This is how to think about serving your audience. This is how you think about solving problems for your audience and monetizing. This is how you think about a goal for each piece of content you create. And then let's get into WordPress. And here's how to navigate through the menus. Oh my God, it is pouring. Here's how to navigate the menus. Here's how to build a post, thinking through what is the best way to connect with my audience and communicate to them when they are reading my blog post on their phones or in line at Target or while watching Netflix. Like, these are the things you need to think about. Okay, here's one. How do I rank in Google? What is SEO? So we go through all of that in the course. If you guys have any questions about that, please, again, reach out to me. If you have questions about, or one thing I say in my podcast episode is, if you're having a really hard day balancing everything and you feel like throwing in the towel, please email me at jillian@milotree.com, because I want you to know that, again, I'm in your corner and that I'm cheering you on, and that I have my share of bad days where the last thing I want to do is sit my butt down and do some work. And it is really hard, especially alone, and when nobody understands really what you're doing. Your spouse might not get it. Your friends, thank God I work with David, my husband, so he knows what I do. But my friends still have no idea what I do. I think they think it's super cute that I have a little party site on the internet, a blog, and I'm a blogger. I think they think it's cute. And I don't think they understand that it's a real business. And it is, and it's successful. So that's the thing that I feel can get lonely. And as I say, I think parenting is a lonely venture. Because as soon as you have children, you immediately retreat into your family. And I think there's something so lovely about that, and also something so isolating about that. And then you sit at your computer by yourself working on your blog. That too can be isolating. So if you are having a rough day, please email me, because I'd love to just kind of give you some perspective, tell you it's going to be okay. Really, I really welcome you to do that. And I do welcome you, to join my course, because if you do it this week till Friday, I will review not your first blog post ever, but the blog post that you write. Oh, wait, I'll show you this. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. Okay. In the course, there is this worksheet, workbook. And you just go piece by piece answering these simple questions. And I lead you through how to answer these questions so that by the end, and there are some guides in the back, by the end, you've got a post and it's really good. And that's the goal, is just to be creating content that people want to read, where you get to make money from it. That's it. Simple as that. Okay. So please reach out to me. Let me know what you think. And if you have any questions, and if you're having a hard day, because I get it. I totally get it. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I got to go pick my daughter up from school in the rain, and I'll be back, because I'm going to show up this week just to really talk about this, because I'm only offering this for this week. So if you're thinking about it, go for it. And by the way, again, money back guarantee. So you no risk. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Goodbye.